on BBC Radio Shropshire. Good morning, it's 19 minutes to 8. If you heard the sound of a rocket being launched in Coalbrookdale yesterday, don't worry. It was an event aimed at getting young people inspired in science and technology. Ironbridge Gorge Museum Trust has been working with STEAM Co to put on a day of workshops, talks and creative stuff for children, their parents and teachers.
Here we are in Ingenuity. The world's first ever steam train was built here by Richard Trevithick, who came up from Cornwall, because nobody in Cornwall could build a boiler strong enough, because only the Shropshire lads and boiler lasses could make boilers strong enough for him.
3 months ago, Matt Hancock, DCMS, launched the Culture is Digital campaign, which made us think, hang on, Ironbridge, culture, digital technology. I was in a school in Telford and there were some children there from really challenged backgrounds who really were being left behind.
If we can get 1 or 2 children just really interested in science, interested in engineering.
So when I thought back to that event we had at Barclays.
It's about bringing creativity to some of the most deprived children in the country.
This time around, we are committed to leaving no one behind, right?
And we thought, right, well, let's have a day in Ironbridge. And that's what we've done.
Welcome to Ingenuity.
Any job, and there will be tech in there.
Well, I'm determined to make sure children have fun at school, because then they'll remember it.
Now, you're going to make a few mistakes at the beginning. I did. We all do.
It's been incredible. I mean, the community's come together. We've had people from Barclays, we've had people from BT running coding and computational thinking activities. We've had people from Capgemini doing VR and Lego workshops. We've had children from the local secondary school, Hadley Learning Community, coming in and running activities for local primary school children. We've done newspaper engineering, we've had the RAF involved in constructing projects. We've done rocket building, inspired by the Rocket Boys book, which my dad found in the Oxfam bookshop just down the road in Ludlow. But I think one of the most amazing things that just shows how art connects, quite literally, was Monday morning I got a call from Matt Hancock's office saying Matt's got 10 minutes in his diary, pop down, let's make a video, and we did that. And on the wall behind him was a Damien Hirst painting, a spin painting of the Queen. And today we've had children spin painting on paper plates with pictures of the Queen, inspired by the work of Damien Hirst, inspired by a picture on the wall of the digital culture, media and sport minister, Matt Hancock. So thank you, Matt.
I hope you really think about those STEAM skills, bringing technology and arts together.
And he's here today. Big round of applause, the biggest round of applause for this amazing young man, Josh Valman, who's come all the way up from London to talk to you today.
When I was your age, Robot Wars was on TV, I was amazed. I said, I want to do that. They had loads of money, they had loads of tools and opportunities, and I had my Lego and my sellotape and all of these things, and nobody told me to go away. So for the next few years, I carried on. I tried to learn how to do the design work, I learned how to do the maths, I learned how to create more and more interesting things. That's how big that robot is. Slowly, I'm still at school. Every day I go to school until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I go home and I'll be on the computer and I'm speaking to a factory and a customer, and then I go to sleep for a few hours, and then I wake up early so I'm on the right time zone for China, and I'm doing millions of pounds worth of work from school until somebody found out that I was still at school.
So who's got a question for Josh here?
Did you try and beat the Apollo?
We tried to beat everybody.
What's your robot made out of? What was going through your head when the factory said no?
It's about understanding that we as younger people, you as younger people, are able to go and make change. And if you can understand what it is you want to do and what you want to be, you can take that and you can make that into an opportunity.
This little boy, Elon Musk. And now he's working on that, the Hyperloop that sends people down pipes between cities. This man's from the Rotary, and he's got an electric bike. How fantastic is that? And it's got the Siemens Bosch battery on it. So the co-op sent us a load of sandwiches. So I'd just like us all to say 3 cheers for the co-op. Hip, hip. Right, fantastic. We like the co-op.
And we train people to do things like this. How many people saw the John Lewis ad at Christmas?
£84 billion in Britain is made every year from the creative industries.
If you were to have a co-club, what would you like to make?
Change is going to happen no matter whatever happens.
Digital is here to stay.
The guy who made WhatsApp was 14 years of age.
And I do teach computer science, so that is my background. I'm a computer scientist, okay?
And I just realised how important STEM is to everything that we do. We've got lots of fabulous businesses in Shropshire, and they all need the sort of skills that we've talked about today.
And these people from London started these gaming magazines, and the whole industry grew up, and it was in the old town of Ludlow.
The most important thing I can tell you today is the jobs that you're going to have don't exist yet.
I'm about you looking at things that are rubbish and playing with them and wandering together and working things out together.
Let's try and teach these subjects in a different way.
I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but I want you to come up with invention transport ideas. I promise I'll have a look at it, and you never know, it might be made into a real thing.
What I'd say to the adults is be cheeky, email lots of companies and say to them, what can you do for my school? And children, pester your teachers and say, we want to get involved with STEM, we want a STEM club at school.
What STEAMco is about and what these days are about is about inspiring kids to understand where their education goes and how it applies to real world.
Made one of the best rockets that day, and it went really high, didn't it? Do you remember? Have you enjoyed today? You're going to work hard when you get back to school on your STEAM skills. Great lad.
I would like to have STEAMco Day in my classroom because I like them learning about maths and what we do here.
It's been exciting to learn new stuff.
Creativity is important because you can create different things.
For my age, I never had this. Anyone can do it, and the government and STEAMco are bringing this in to help everyone.
I've been playing the ukulele.
Maths is my favourite thing.
The problem with schools at the moment is there's just not enough inspiration in the classroom. There's not enough that tells us why we need to learn all this stuff.